Hello dear students, I hope you are doing well. So today we are going to see how to answer the exam, national exam questions. So I choose today to talk about comprehension, language. So I'm going to show you how to answer correctly the language, okay? So let's start. The first question is, fill in the gaps with the appropriate words or phrases from the list. So you are given some sentences, missing some words, and you have a list to choose from it. So let's read the first one. You give up smoking, your heart is too weak, the doctor said to his patient. So what do you think the correct one is? Must, can, or may? So here there is a problem, like your heart is too weak. So here we have an obligation to stop smoking or to give up smoking. So what is, in your opinion, the model that shows obligation? Of course, it is must. Right. So the answer is you must give up smoking, your heart is too weak. Fine. Let's move to the second one. My mother warned me against this medicine without prescription. So here we have infinitive and gerund. So we have infinitive with to, gerund, and infinitive without to. So what do we use after against, in your opinion? So if you go back to your textbook, you will find that after against, we use gerund. So we write against taking this medicine. Fine? So let's move to the next. We started painting the house early this morning. By the end of this day, or the day, we at least 3 rooms. So of course here we are talking about tenses. So which tense is the appropriate? Or which form of the verb is the appropriate? May be painted, could have painted, or will have painted. Of course, so we have an indication which is by the end of the day. So when we find by the end of the day, or by this time, or by, so this expression, of course, is used with the future perfect, which is will have painted. Fine? So, okay, let's move to the next. Fill in the gaps with the appropriate words from the list. Again, so we have here, the government has promised to finance many youth agreements, projects, or advantages. So finance here, which means to give money. To finance is to give money to help something or someone. So here we have finance. Of course, when we talk about money and financing, so we are talking about projects. That's fine. So youth projects. Good. Okay, so let's move. Fine. The second question is, billions of people in the world are using social. Is it social machines, social satellites, or social media? Of course, to communicate. So what do we use to communicate? We use Facebook, Instagrams, and so on to communicate, or WhatsApp, and so on. So what do we call these? Call them, of course, social media. Social media. Good. So now let's move to the next questions. Sorry. Yeah. Fine. So rewrite the sentences beginning with the words given. We have how many people are invited to the wedding? My friend asks. So this is the form of reported speech. So of course, this is my advice to you, before you write your answer, try to underline the elements that you are going to change. Okay? So we are going to change, of course, the tense, or verb to be, the present. And of course, we are going to keep a WH question because this is the rule. So we say how my friend wanted to know. We keep the WH question. We write how. So we keep it, and then we change, of course, the tense of the verb to be here. How many people? So this is verb to be in the present, so let's put it in the past. How many people were, of course, invited to the wedding? To the wedding. Nice. Second, so in our association, we give priority to disabled people. In our association, disabled people. So we started with the objects. So this is, of course, we are talking about passive voice. Okay, so we have the objects, disabled people. Then we have to insert verb to be. Of course, we look at the verb, the main verb, and we look at its tense. So we say we give. So this is the verb to give in present simple. So we are going to put the verb to be in simple present. So disabled people. Since we have here people, so it is plural are. Okay, so let's write in another color. Are. So this is very important. This is why I wrote it in red. So are, and we add the past participle of the verb give, which is given. Given priority. So given priority. Okay? So the sentence is, in our association, disabled people are given priority. Fine. So let's move to number 3. They had to stop the match. There were a lot of hooligans. So, and we start with because of. Fine, you know, when we start with because of, we follow it by noun or gerund. So because of is an expression of cause. So what do you think the cause is? They had to stop the match, or there were a lot of hooligans? Of course, this is the cause, and this is its result. There were a lot of hooligans. So we say because of the hooligans, comma, they had to stop the match. Fine? Nice. So number 4, Malala won the Nobel Peace Prize in spite of her young age. So we have a girl called Malala won the prize. And here we have in spite of, so expression of concession, in spite of her young age. She was young. So this started with although she. So of course, this is expression of concession. So what is the concession here? What is the concession in this sentence? Of course, it is young age, her young age. So we start with this concession. So although she was young, comma, Malala, then we write Malala won the Nobel. So won the Nobel Peace Prize. Good. Okay. So before we move, let's. So give the correct form of the words in brackets. We have the diverse of the Moroccan culture and landscape attracts a lot of tourists. Here we have diverse. Diverse, which is diverse is an adjective, but it is not adequate in this context here. So we should use a noun because I'm talking about the. Of course, you are talking about. You may be thinking about it. So it is. You may be thinking about it. It is what? It is diversity. Diversity. Diversity is the noun of diverse. Okay, so the diversity of the Moroccan culture and landscape attracts a lot of tourists. So we change the adjective into noun. Buying an experienced second-hand mobile phone is a risk business. So here we have a noun, but we should find the adjective to describe business. So what is the adjective of risk? Of course, it is risky. Is a risky business. Good. So let's move to the last exercise in this language. Which is match each expression with its appropriate function. So here we have some expressions, and here we have their functions. Fine. I was wondering if you could lend me your tablet. If you could. So why do we use could, can? We use it to what? To ask for a request. So what is the best answer here is not asking for clarification, responsive. So it is making a request. So when I use could or can, I express request. So it is C. I don't think Tom's second marriage is a success. I don't think. So when I say I don't think, so I give what? I give my opinion. So this is expressing opinion. D. Number 3, sorry, I didn't get your point. Do you mean brethren is another form of immigration? Sorry, I didn't get your point. I didn't get your point. So here, point means what do you mean exactly with your sentence. So, sorry, I didn't get your point. So this is the key word. I didn't get your point. We use this expression to express lack of understanding. I don't understand you. So, okay, so here I ask for clarification because I don't understand, so I ask for clarification. It is A. The last one, sorry to hear that. You're really unlucky. Sorry to hear that. You're really unlucky. So unlucky, so you have hard luck. So is it asking for, so is it responding to bad news or apologizing? So pay attention, please. Although we use here sorry, but it is not all the time expressing apologies. Okay, so here you have to be careful. Sorry to hear that. You are, or you're really unlucky. So this is the keywords that gives us, the answer, which is, of course, responding to bad news. B. Okay, so thank you so much for being attentive. See you next time with another lesson.